Hi, my name is Mohammed, and today I'm going to discuss about a topic is called ratio and proportion. So what is a ratio and what is a proportion? Yeah. So ratio means how many times of number contains another. Okay, it's called ratio. For example, if I say that one pound equal to $150. So it means I am giving information that how many dollars in 1 pound, so which is called ratio. So how many numbers contain for another is called ratio. And the proportions mean two ratios that are equivalent to each other. So that's the basic difference between ratio and proportion. Yeah. So let me take an example. If I say that one pound equal to one pound equal to $150. So the question is that how much for 2 pounds equal to how many dollars? So how we work out? So one pound equal to $150. So if I say 2 pounds, so how much in dollar? So we need to just cross this one. So it means X equal to 2 times 150. So it means X equal to $3. So it means $2 equal to 2 pounds equal to $3. So if I am representing this information, okay, as a equivalent, so it means this is called proportion. But just telling about how many dollars or how many euro in pounds is coming, so this is called ratio. Okay, so let me take an example, then makes you understand about this ratio and proportions. So let me take an example, which is I say Alex distributed £200 among his kids with a ratio of 2:1:3:2 to A, B, C, and D respectively. So it means Alex, okay, distributing 200 pounds among his kids with a ratio of 2:1:3:2 to A, B, C, D respectively. So it means A getting 2 pounds, B getting 1 pound, C getting 3 pounds, and D getting 2 pounds. So it means their ratio for A is 2, B is 1, C is 3 and D is 2. We can add the whole number this one to get 2 to 4, this is 8. Okay, so it means I can say that Mr. A getting 2 pounds out of 8. So every 8 pounds, Mr. A getting 2 pounds. And Mr. B getting 1 pound for every 8 pounds. And Mr. C getting 3 pounds for every 8 pounds. And Mr. D is getting 2 pounds for every 8 pounds. So now we can make a relationship. Okay, so it means the relationship for A is, I would say, 2 over 8. Okay, and B is 1 over 8 and C is 3 over 8 and D is 2 over 8. Now, how much money he is going to distribute his kids? So, as per the question, distributing 200 pounds. So, we need to times by 200. Very simple. So, very simple, yeah? So, you need to times by 200 for each kid. So it means Mr. A is getting how much? Okay, so 8 times 1 is 8 and 8 times 25 is 200. So it means 2 times 25, which is 50 pounds. And 1 over 8, it means 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 25 is 200, so it means 25. So Mr. B is getting 25 pounds and Mr. C is getting, okay, on other way, you can say 1 portion equal to 25, so it means he is getting 3 portions, so 25 times 3 is 75. And the last one is getting the same with the A. So it means 50 pounds. So if I add the all money they receive, which is must be equal to 200 pounds. So 200 pounds distributed among his kids with a ratio 2:1:3:2. Okay, so what I did, simply I add all this number to get how much, okay, he is giving for everyone. So I need to get 8 pounds. So every 8 pounds, Mr. A getting 2, Mr. B is getting 1, and Mr. C is getting 3, and Mr. D is getting 2 pounds for every 8. And the total money distributed 200, so I times by 200 to get the answer. And now one quick question, okay, if I ask what, okay, if I'm going to ask Mr. D, okay, question, I add Mr. D received £100. How much? Receive £100. So how much total money was distributed? So if Mr. D, instead of 50 pounds, okay, on the basis of this this ratio, okay, on the basis of this proportion now, okay, 2 over 8, 1 over 8, 3 over 8 and 2 over 8, I'm asking additional question that Mr. D received, instead of 50 pounds, he received 100 pounds. So how much the total money was distributed? So how much Alex distributed instead of 200? So what I do, okay, simply, okay, we know the fraction for Mr. D, okay, what that? 2 over 8. So 2 over 8 for Mr. D. Okay, and we know that the ratio for this one, every 2 pounds for the 8. So it means he is taking every 2 for the 8. So it means if I flip this one, 8 over 2 times 100, okay, so I can find the total money was distributed. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 5 is 10, 0, and 8 times 50 is 400. So it means the money was distributed 400 pounds. So if I'm asking Mr. D receive 100 pounds, so how much the money distributed, so I can work out. We just flip the fraction of Mr. D and to get the money, okay, 400. So this is an example, and now I'm going to solve one of the exam paper which came in 2019 for the CSSE. So let me do quickly for you. This is for CSSE 2019, and the question number 11. Question number 11, yeah? So as per the question, it says a recipe for the dough for cheese scones. So a recipe for the dough for cheese scone, which is 200 gram of self-raising flour, 150 gram of butter, 100 gram of cheese, and the last is 150 gram of milk. So basically the recipe of dough for the cheese scone. So he is making a cheese scone, okay, and they say these are the ingredients, okay. So they are using 200 gram of self-raising flour, 150 grams of butter, 100 gram of cheese, and 150 gram of milk. And now question A. What? It says Michael wants to make scones and calculate that he needs 3 kilo of dough. If he keeps to the same proportion, how much butter does he need to use? How much butter he need to use? So the recipe for the dough for the cheese scone is 200 gram self-raising flour, 150 gram butter, 100 gram cheese, 150 gram of milk. And the Michael to make scone calculate that he needs 3 kilo, okay? 3 kilo of dough. If he keep the same proportion, how much butter he need to use? So what we do, the first step, we need to find a proportions, okay, which I discussed in my last example, okay. So what we are doing, very simple, okay. What to do, you need to add the all numbers, okay. So which is, I would say self-raising flour, okay. I would say if I add this number, so 200, 100, 300, 150, 150, it means there are 600, yeah? The total gram of recipe for cheese scone is 600 grams. So every 600 gram, they are using 200 gram of self-raising flour and 150 gram of butter and 100 gram of cheese and 150 gram of milk for every 600. So what I say, we need to make up proportions. So 200 divided by 600, yeah, and this one is 150 divided by 600, and the cheese one is 100 divided by 600, and same as butter and milk is same, so 150 divided by 600. So I would say that if you, very simple, okay, so if you cancel this one, so this zeros cancel this zero, and the answer is coming, what? 2 times 1, 2, and 2 times 3 is 6, so it means 1/3, okay. So 150 times 1 and 150 times 4 is 600, so this is, I would say, 1/4. And this one, 2 0 cancel 2 0, this is 1/6. And this one is also same, okay, 1/4. So we found a proportion, okay, as per the total number of gram, which is 600. Now move on the questions. Okay, Michael want to make scones of calculate that he needs 3 kilo of dough. So 3 kilo of dough is, which I need to convert to gram first. So 3 kilo, which is equal to 3000 gram. And how much butter he needs to use. Okay, so we can go for the butter. Butter is using 150 gram of butter. The proportion, which is 1/4. So it means 1/4. And your answer will be, okay, the quarter of 3000 is 750 grams. So this is your answer for the first part. So very simple. Half of the 3000, which is 1500, and half of the 1500, which is 750 grams. So it means if he wants to make 3 kilo of dough, so how much gram of butter they need? Yeah, so he will use 750 grams. Now I'm going to move part B. So the part B is, it says Janina has 750 gram of cheese and wants to use all of it to make cheese scones. How much milk does she needs to use? So it means in the second part, Janina has 750 gram, okay, of cheese, and the cheese, which for every 100 gram, for the 600 gram, the proportion of the cheese 1/6. Okay, it says she want to use 750 gram of cheese. Okay, want to use all of it makes cheese scones. So we need to find out, okay, same as what number of the dough, okay, how many gram of dough she can use for 750 gram of cheese. The same as for the last example, like Mr. D received 200 pounds. So how much the total distributed money? So how much the Alex was distributed? So what we did, the same things we need to do it. Okay, what? So simple step. So what to do? 750 grams first, and we know that the proportion is 1/6. So what we are doing? We need to flip. Okay, so it means we need to do 6/1 because 1/6 is 100 grams. So it means the share is 1 for every 6. So it means the total dough will be 6 times 75, which is 450 and then 0. Yeah. So it if she want to use 750 gram of cheese, so it means she needs to make a dough of 4,500 gram. So she needs 750 gram for 4,500 gram, which we work out, just flip the fraction and to get the 4,500 gram. So how much the dough using 4,500 gram, okay? And now how much milk does she needs to use, okay? If the same proportion is there, so how much milk does she need to use? So very simple, 4,500 grams, okay? And we go for the milk proportion, which is quarter of, okay, 600. So what we do, simple, 4,500 grams times 1/4. Okay, so quarter of 4,500. So the quarter of 4,500 will be 1125. Okay, so half of 4,500, which is, I say, 2250. Okay, and half of the 2250, which is 1125 gram. So this is your final answer. So very simple. Okay, so what you need to do, simply you need to find out how many kilo of dough, okay, she is using for 750 gram of cheese. So we work out, we just flip the fractions, okay? We know that the cheese fraction is 1/6, okay? The total 6/1, okay, times by this to get the 4,500 grams, and 4,500 times by 1/4, which is for the fraction for milk. So it means the total grams they are using for milk for 4,500, which is 1,125 gram. So this is for CSSE 2019 question number 11. Is very simple, very easy, okay? So in ratio or proportions, you need to simply add the ratios, okay? Make the proportions for the each elements, okay? And then you need to find out the number as per requested. So this is the video about the ratio and proportion. And if you like my video, please leave your comments and also subscribe. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.